Welcome back to Buy or Buy. Today we're looking at the 2017 to 2026 Honda Ridgeline, the truck that does everything differently. Instead of a body-on-frame work rig, Honda built a car-like unibody pickup that rides like an SUV, comes packed with clever storage, and delivers the reliability Honda is famous for. If you don't need to tow the world, it's a buy.
Now, you might be wondering how we arrived at that verdict so fast. Well, here's the deal. It is quite simply the most comfortable, most car-like, most reliable midsize truck. With clever storage nothing else has. The Ridgeline is a buy.
Section 1. Who and Cross-Shop. Ideal buyers and rivals. Okay, let's dive right into this by mapping out exactly who this unique truck is built for. See, this unibody pickup is purpose-built for the pragmatic shopper. We're talking about buyers who want a dependable, refined daily driver for family duty and light hauling. If you're planning on heavy-duty towing or, building a rock crawler to conquer Moab, you're going to want to look elsewhere. The Ridgeline leans heavily into everyday comfort and brilliant utility, rather than extreme off-road geometry.
So, when you're cross-shopping, your alternatives kind of fall into a few distinct camps. If you actually need traditional truck capability, meaning you want to tow up to 7,700 pounds and hit technical trails, you'd look at the body-on-frame Chevy Colorado or the Toyota Tacoma, which tops out at 6,500 pounds. Though keep in mind, you do trade away some everyday ride quality for that off-road grit. Now, if the Ridgeline feels a bit too large, you might cross-shop the Hyundai Santa Cruz. It shares a similar unibody philosophy, but in a tighter, more urban-friendly package. And frankly, if you don't actually need a truck bed at all, you should probably cross-shop a Honda Pilot.
Bottom line, for buyers who want a comfortable, dependable daily driver truck.
Section 2. The Gems. Headline features. Under the hood sits Honda's legendary 3.5-liter V6 making exactly 280 horsepower. And the big headline here? It is notoriously Honda reliable, with recent model years rating excellent. It's incredibly proven and durable. Plus, it makes the Ridgeline the quickest mid-sized truck to 60, so highway merging is completely effortless compared to some of the heavier, clunkier trucks out there in this segment. But the real magic is underneath. Because it rides on a unibody platform rather than a traditional ladder frame and utilizes a fully independent suspension at all four corners, it rides identically to a premium SUV. You simply do not get that jittery, empty bed bounce that absolutely plagues standard pickups. It's easily the most comfortable, car-like midsize truck you can drive. Period. And this next part brilliantly illustrates Honda's packaging genius. Nobody else offers this level of clever utility. You get this trademark dual-action tailgate that can drop down like a normal truck or swing open like a door, which lets you reach deep into the bed without awkwardly leaning over the tailgate. And beneath that bed floor, there's a massive, lockable, fully weatherproof in-bed trunk. Combine that with excellent fold-up under-seat storage in the cabin, and you've got perfectly hidden spaces for tools, gear, or your weekly groceries. Genuinely useful features that nobody else has.
Bottom line, the most civilized and practical truck. Section 3. The issues. What to look out for. Now, what's really interesting here is how Honda tweaked this powertrain over the generation. You have the 6-speed automatic early on from 2017 to 2019, but the most important shift happens in 2020 when they introduced the smoother 9-speed ZF automatic transmission. That shift in the gearbox is an absolutely crucial turning point for this generation. Let's talk critical issues. If you're buying used, you absolutely must verify that Honda-wide recalls have been completed. The most vital one is the in-tank fuel pump, which can literally cause an unexpected engine stall. You also absolutely want to check the 2020 to 2024 rearview camera recall. Anytime you're looking at one of these on the used market, pulling the VIN and verifying this recall work is completely non-negotiable. Moving on to moderate issues. The very first year of this generation, the 2017 model, had some well-documented transmission and torque converter trouble. Because of this, you should heavily favor a 2020 or newer truck with that smoother 9-speed. Or, if you're looking at a 2017 to 2019 model, you need to ensure it has a meticulously documented transmission service history. On the minor side, owners have lodged a few complaints about the automatic high beams being overly sensitive, rapidly flashing on and off in mixed traffic. Also, early trucks entirely skipped a physical volume knob in favor of a touch slider. That can be a pretty annoying daily issue on your commute, at least until Honda finally brought the physical knob back. Finally, we have to remember the foundational trade-off of this platform. It has a strict 5,000-pound tow limit, and thanks to that unibody architecture, it just doesn't have the suspension articulation or breakover angles for serious off-road use. You definitely need to know your limits here. Bottom line, manageable maintenance for a superior ride.
Verdict: buy. The 2017 to 2026 Honda Ridgeline is a buy. It is the smart choice for a huge number of truck shoppers who don't actually need a heavy-duty hauler. It rides and handles like a comfortable SUV, it's loaded with genuinely clever storage, and it brings Honda's reliability to a segment where that's rare. I mean, recent model years rate excellent. As long as you accept the honest trade-offs, that 5,000-pound tow limit and limited off-road ability, there's very little to complain about. Your homework is simple. Favor a 2020 or newer truck for the better 9-speed transmission and strictly confirm that all recall work is done. Oh, and of course, cross-shop the Colorado if you need real capability and can accept the reliability risk. So, the crucial point is knowing how to navigate the used market. You want to buy a clean 2020 plus model with a full, documented service history to get the absolute pinnacle of this truck's reliability. And you definitely want to say bye to a neglected 2017 model with untouched recalls and absolutely no proof of transmission fluid services.
Bottom line, the most civilized, most reliable truck in the class for people who value comfort over conquering mountains.
Which leaves us with one final thought as you plan your next garage edition. When you really sit down and look at how you drive 95% of the time, are you ready to trade heavy-duty bragging rates for everyday brilliance? Thanks for joining us for this explainer. We'll catch you next time.